Good afternoon. By the timing of the lights, I assume it is 2 o'clock, and it's time to open the June 17th meeting of the Oklahoma City Water Utilities Trust. First item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes of the June 3rd meeting. They're in your packet. Do any of the trustees have any comments or questions regarding the minutes? Seeing none, is there a motion for approval? And it's approved unanimously. Next up is a consent docket, fairly large consent docket today, mostly made up of some contract awards, some amendments and change orders, and several permits with the Oklahoma State Department of Environmental Quality. Are there any items on the consent docket that the trustees would like to pull for individual consideration, discussion? I see none. Is there a motion to approve the consent docket? And it passes. There's one item on the concurrence docket. It's a project with the city, roadway improvements, so over around Southwest 15th Street from Check Hall Road to Mustang Road. There are no AQUIT funds involved in this item. Are there any questions regarding the project? Seeing none, is there a motion for approval? We have a motion and a second. There are two items under individual consideration, both regarding litigation issues. I think it'd be best to go into executive session for a very short executive session on both of them. So let's take a separate vote on each to go into executive session if we could. The first will be item 6A. A motion to go into executive session. And that is approved. And then the next one is item 6B. It's a settlement and release agreement with ASI Construction Company. And they both pass, and so we will do that on the heel of the docket. Are there any items from trustees this afternoon? All right. General Manager reports. Mr. Ronnie?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Well, the lakes are all full.
Okay, so I've been monitoring the lake reports now. I decided for 38 years, and I've never seen the lake reports where all 6 reservoirs are above full. That's crazy, especially for this in the middle of June. So that's an amazing weather event.
We're having a little trouble at McGee Creek. Normally we can release without too much trouble. There's been so much rain down there that the rivers are actually out of their banks as well. So the Corps of Engineers have asked us to release slowly. So it's still over 6 feet above full pool. And they're expecting some more rain this week. So it's pretty full, but I've seen it more full than that, but we're having a little trouble getting the water out right now. So good thing is we have plenty of water in all of our lakes.
Oh, so just for general information, we have 6 reservoirs that we track on them. 2 of them have flood control purposes. Mm-hmm. Canton up northwest and McGee Creek down southeast. And so both of those, all the others are just municipal reservoirs. Those 2 have other functions. So.
Right, we have had to release from Overholser over the last couple of weeks, including this week, because of the river flows. So it's been a very, very wet spring. We'll see what happens in the next few months. There's always concern about when we release from Canton about the viability of the water supply into that lake, but it's above full pool too, so in less than a year it filled back up. The other thing I'd like to acknowledge the team. Great work again, as usual. So thank you very much for everything. And that's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
All right, any questions for Mr. Browning? Seeing none, I'm not aware of any citizens that have signed up to be heard this afternoon. So with that, we will recess into executive session and be back in a few minutes. We are back from executive session, which brings us back to the items under individual consideration, and we need to take action on both items 6A and 6B. Is there a motion to approve item 6A? And it passes. Is there a motion to approve item 6B, 6B1? And it passes. There's no further business before the trust this afternoon, therefore we are adjourned.